Hi everyone. So today is, let me turn the camera a little bit, there we go. Today is part 2 of understanding IVRs. Today we're going to cover more about the actual design, and we talked a little bit about that in part 1 where we discussed the overall nature of an IVR, why that's important in a voice solution, and why they always exist in a VoIP solution itself. So let's get into it. I actually listed 2 different verticals here and drew them out in basically what would be essentially a flow chart. So typically IVRs are drawn in a flow chart manner to show exactly how the calls are routed, and a lot of very popular software to do that is Visio. Here I'm just using a whiteboard. So in this example we have a law firm and a medical office for 2 different verticals that I've done many times over and sold and implemented and proofed for people. So I have a lot of experience here and I can speak to that. So let's say, for example, the main number of the law firm, 520-555-5555, the usual common number we see in movies. First it'll hit a time check. And we talked about day and night mode briefly in the previous video. So this, let's say it's during the day. It's sometime between Monday and Friday, 9 to 5, so it'll go into day mode. It's going to ring the first extension, or one extension I should say, for 15 seconds, and that's probably going to be the receptionist at the main desk. And 15 seconds of ringing is typically about 5 rings. More or less, one ring is about 3 seconds long, depending on the ringtone itself. So let's say the person doesn't get it after 15 seconds of ringing. It's going to go on and ring 3 additional extensions, and one IVR design help I can tell you is to continue to add that first extension in that second series of ringing. So you have 4 extensions that are now being rung, 4 endpoints, 4 phones that are now being rung for an additional 15 seconds. And let's say nobody gets it after 30 seconds of ringing, and historically people hang up after about 20 seconds. That's that's 6 or 7 rings, people are gone. Let's say they hang on. It goes to a voice prompt that's probably going to say something like, "Thanks for calling this law firm. We're currently unavailable. Please leave your name and number and return your phone call as soon as possible." And then it's going to go to the general voicemail box, and it's going to be set for silent, because if there's any sort of greeting that's attached to that general voicemail box, it will not play. All you'll hear is a beep, and that recording will begin, which is what you want because you just played the voice prompt introducing that recording. Okay? So the other thing that's important to understand is also the unified communications feature that we can talk about that's associated with voicemail is Bueller, Bueller, Bueller. Love that movie. It is voicemail to email. So once that person finishes recording, they terminate the call, it's going to likely and hopefully go to an assigned email that is flagged for someone to listen to that voicemail via a WAV file that will be attached in the email itself. Whether they're watching that same email on their phone, at their desk, wherever that email is, or they have their email set up I should say, they're going to be able to listen to that voicemail message immediately. So that's very powerful for you to tell someone about that. Let's say it goes into night mode. They would likely at a law firm hear a message that they're closed and to leave a voicemail message. It goes to the same general voicemail box, and of course any emails that are assigned to that general voicemail box will get the voicemail sent to their email. A medical office, someone calls the medical office's main phone number, it goes into day mode, hits the time check, goes into day mode, and let's say it rings 3 extensions. Typically at a dental office or a clinic or something like that, what I've seen from my experience is there are multiple people responsible for answering all inbound calls. It's just not one person's job. So you're probably going to have the person that's in charge of appointments, the person that's in charge of billing, the person that's in charge of managing the office itself are all going to be able to answer all inbound calls. So I have all 3 extensions lined up for 15 seconds of ringing, and let's say no one gets it. Let's say they're all busy, which is it's possible in a busy doctor's office. It'll go to a voice prompt and then into a menu of options and say something like, "Hi, thanks for calling Century Dental Clinic. For appointments, press 1. For billing, press 2. To return to the main menu, press 3. To leave a general voicemail message, press 4. So you're giving people options. Now, why is that important in this situation? Because if they press 1, it's going to go to the specific, for an appointment, it's going to go to the specific extension of the person in charge of appointments. If they're still busy and it rings, and it'll at least go to that person's exact voicemail for an appointment. So they'll be able to leave a voicemail that is specific to that person. So you can really at least route the call and voicemail message immediately to that person, not have to transfer it or anything like that. That's the whole power of this design itself within a medical office setting or something like that, where you're going to need, there are several people in charge of different departments, but people still want to be able to get the call as it comes in. And if that doesn't happen, there's still an ability to get that call routed to that person fairly quickly. Let's say it goes into night mode, okay? Maybe they're going to hear something along the lines of, "Hi, thanks for calling Century Dental Clinic. If this is a medical emergency, please hang up and dial 911. If you need to reach the on-call dentist, press 1. To leave a general voicemail message, press 2. So typically, that's what you're going to see. If they have an on-call at night, if they have an on-call person, you're going to see a little bit of a menu of options going into the night mode itself. And if they press 1 for the on-call dentist, you set that up for it to ring that on-call dentist's cell phone. That would be very appropriate. And if they hit 2, it'll just go to the general voicemail box and leave a message and go to the corresponding email, if there's any corresponding email assigned to the general voicemail box. I hope that all helps. I hope that releases your understanding of the power of being able to provide a solution to a voice over IP client. You're going to find that understanding these things is going to help you to not only sell the deal, but it's also going to help you to design it better, and it's also going to, if you're a person that implements something that's already sold, it's going to help you to understand that better, where you're going to be able to proof the system faster than you ever would before, okay? So I hope that helps, and I'll see you on the next one, okay? Take care.